now is Giorgio Cafiero, who's the founder and CEO of Gulf State Analytics, a geopolitical risk consultancy focusing on the Middle East. He's joining us from Washington. How concerned, Giorgio, are you right now that this conflict will spread to the wider region, and what are the security implications if it does?
Well, yes, I think there are many reasons to be extremely concerned about exactly that happening. No one knows how this conflict is going to unfold. The possibility of Israel finding itself bogged down in a war with multiple fronts. So, of course, that means Hamas and other armed groups in Gaza to the southwest of Israel, and resistance groups to the east and the West Bank, and possibly Lebanese Hezbollah to the north of Israel. This is a scenario that Israel could certainly find itself in. Of course, many questions to ask about the possibility of Iran or even the United States getting involved. There's not a single actor in the region that has control over what's going to happen next. So much unpredictability, and there's just really no way to know how these horrific developments will unfold.
I mean, we're hearing, about the precarious situation there. What do you think it would take to get both sides really round a negotiating table and talking at this point?
I think it would be great and would be ideal if there could be a cessation of violence and diplomacy could begin right now. Unfortunately, to be realistic though, I think when you look at the magnitude of Hamas's surprise attack over the weekend, and when you look at the type of leader who Prime Minister Netanyahu is, and you consider the extremists who make up his coalition, I just think it's really difficult to imagine Israel agreeing to some sort of negotiations prior to or without first waging extremely massive death and property destruction all across the besieged Gaza Strip. I just think if we're being realistic, there's probably going to be a lot of bloodshed before the different sides can meet at the round table and negotiate some sort of a ceasefire.
Giorgio, we've already heard that there's evidence already of possible war crimes from both sides. Do you think the international community should be doing more to condemn the violence? Although, we've heard about the UN Security Council being challenged to do that because of the veto. And do you think the international community need to do more so that there are consequences for nations that commit such crimes?
Well, we shouldn't be too surprised by the fact that the United States is really placing all the blame on Hamas and going all out in terms of giving Israel 115% support right now. The Biden administration has made it clear that it totally has Israel's back, and this is the case even with extremely disturbing, arguably genocidal language that high-ranking Israeli officials, such as the defense minister, have used when talking about their plans for the Gaza Strip. You're absolutely right to point out that a quote-unquote complete siege of Gaza, which would deny entry of food and also cut off electricity and fuel to the 2.3 million Palestinians living in Gaza, absolutely would amount to war crimes. But I think that the United States would use its veto at the UN Security Council to prevent any sort of resolution against Israel being passed from that body.
And I just want to move now to Israel's border with Lebanon. How powerful an actor is Hezbollah and also Islamic Jihad there right now? And how worried do we need to be about them acting unilaterally or otherwise?
Well, Hezbollah is an extremely powerful force. Since the last time there was a war between Israel and the Lebanese group, which was back in 2006, this organization in Lebanon has become much more powerful. Its arsenal of weapons has grown so much since 2006. I don't think that Israel would like, I'm sure Israel wants to avoid an all-out war with Hezbollah. And at the same time, given all of the immense destruction that Israel could cause Lebanon, I don't think Hezbollah wants to have an all-out war with Israel. But we should keep in mind that just because the two sides do not want to have an all-out war doesn't mean that that might not happen. It's certainly a risk that we will witness an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah that would result in the death of so many civilians, both in Israel as well as Lebanon. I think probably what Hezbollah is trying to do now is maintain the pressure on Israel and to try to make the Israelis very nervous about a possible war, about this war possibly having a northern front that opens up. But again, I think probably the leadership in Hezbollah is going to be making decisions very carefully in this upcoming period.
Giorgio Cafiero from Washington, thank you so much for that analysis.
Thank you.